Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, and the Duke's Mayo Classic. This ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Tar Heels will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage. At the 17. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to find his man on first down. Going over the top. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
What a great run there. On 3rd and 1 situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get first downs.
Looking to move it through the air. Forced out of the pocket. Stands in and takes the hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? Probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
On first down, here comes this offense. Hands it off. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for room, it's Rush. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Give to the running back. Running with power. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's rush. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense play. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll put the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He looks that one in nicely. Touchdown, UNC! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. To the air on first down. It's complete on the right side. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has him across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that one.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's there to make the stop.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
The Spartans have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans!
was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this run. They're up 14 over Auburn. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Here's the handoff. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Off he goes. The 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Tar Heels. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Power football with the run. After the filthy move, he's got room. He's up to 51 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads, they move the chains. Le'Veon Bell, among many, who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pull back a couple years ago, such a great season, too. But just that's their physicality. That's the brand that they've had. That's what their coaches embrace. You know, not being the quote-unquote main team in their state.
And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people will do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Looking for a gap. It's Mims. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
And the quarterback knew that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off.
Just plowing ahead. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Spartans.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. explosive running play, David. Why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think Jesse maybe give it to him again? Or would you say, hey, keep it? Throw that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Mims.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They'll go to the ground. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The DBs will back off a bit. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The corners are walked up tight. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got his man quickly. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo. He's going to pass. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, just keeps firing. He makes the connection. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
What a disappointment. No good. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Give to the single back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Connor. Bulldozes his way through. Finds some fresh air. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, North Carolina! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted, one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon is in trouble right now, and unless something drastic changes, we're looking at foie gras on the menu tonight in Eugene. They're trailing by 14 to LSU. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Firing to the right, complete. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complement at quarterback to this offense.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a 3rd down. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes. Nowhere to go.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
The Spartans send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here in the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, North Carolina.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pass is intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Got room at the 35. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Fourth down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. They'll try it on the ground. The Spartans will move the sticks with the first down.
No mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan State. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
And he puts through the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. DB's right up on the receivers. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the off.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Gonna run it. It's Rush. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to buy time. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
I mean, you just can't teach and coach big D tackles to be that quick. I mean, he shot right out of his stance, beat the offensive lineman, and he was in the backfield before the O-line even knew it.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll try the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Mims. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on 3rd down. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Love the call going RPO here on 4th and short. And how about the running back? This is a guy that gets the tough yards. He finds ways to get those hidden yards. He can push the pile, drive the legs. Showed you that right there.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen. Get ready for the run. Less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
fades. It's good. Just over a minute to go. Drama is high, guys, to see if they can hold on to this lead. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Shakes off the defender. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. At midfield, he's got room. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He unleashes a long one. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost them.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. On the move, it's Mims. Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.